Hello class, so this is what happens when co-op gets canceled. Evan, your classmate, does not get the night off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the flame test lab that we were supposed to do in class tomorrow. And that way you can go ahead and view it. It's really just a visual lab anyway, and then you can write up your lab report as always. What I have done that's different than the lab is that you were going to dip wet wooden sticks into the salts themselves so that the salt was stuck on it, but when I did that and put it over the burner, some of the particles of salt would land on the burner and then the colors would intermix with the different salts. So what I did instead was I made saturated solutions, and we've soaked the wooden splints in those solutions, and we are going to just expose those sticks now with the saturated solution into the flame, and you'll see the color. We aren't doing all of the, we aren't doing exactly the same chemicals that were on your pre-write, so let me list what we are going to do. We are going to do strontium chloride, we're going to do calcium chloride, potassium iodide, lithium chloride, copper sulfate, magnesium sulfate, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and borax. And then we're going to do the two unknowns. So you'll watch the two unknowns, and you'll be your job is to identify those in your lab report. So Evan is here. He'll say the color that he's seeing. Hopefully you'll be able to see it too. We're going to go ahead and turn down the lights and get the burner started, and you'll be able to be able to watch. So Evan's going to turn off the lights. We're going to zoom in on the burner here. The key thing is to have water that you can put your splints in after. That way they don't end up starting a fire in the garbage can. All right, so let's go ahead and light the burner and get started. Are we good? So the burner has a fuel in it that burns blue, okay? So we're going to start with the strontium chloride. Evan, what color do you think that is?
Red.
Kind of a reddish color?
Yeah.
Okay. The second one is calcium chloride. Color?
Orange.
Orange for the calcium chloride. Next one, this is potassium iodide. Not sure?
Like purplish? Almost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purplish.
Don't know.
Okay, the fourth one, lithium chloride. It's one of my favorites.
Scarlet color.
Yep. Kind of a very dark red. Okay, number 5 is copper sulfate.
Green. Green.
Okay, green. Number 6 is magnesium sulfate.
Orange, but almost doesn't burn.
Okay, he's saying orange but almost doesn't burn. Okay. The next one is sodium chloride. This is table salt.
Orange. And glows very bright.
Some people say that the sodium is more yellowish, so I don't know if you see a difference between that and the calcium chloride, but orange or yellow. And next is, this one is a funny one because this one, when I tested it, I knew something was wrong. It was labeled, the bottle was labeled potassium chloride.
Orange.
But potassium is supposed to be purple. So when I looked at the contents, when it says it, it's labeled potassium chloride on the front, when I looked at the contents, it actually said sodium chloride, which is why you get the same result as you did with the salt. Okay? The last one is borax.
Orange.
Orange. Sodium tetraborate. So, okay, here's your first unknown. So you're trying to compare this to the ones we've already, it's one of the ones we've already burned to try to identify it. Try to identify the metal. So this is unknown A.
Green.
And last is unknown B.
Scarlet.
Dark red. All right, and that's your flame test. Your lab report for that will be due on the 14th.